Shalom, all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Kodesh. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS, or the true leaders of Israel today, and salutations to all of the Akim who do this work in truth and sincerity, who risking their lives and their freedom to do so, as well as the scattered Israelites who come looking like the heathen, but are not, by way of their forefathers' seeds who are Israelite men. The true name of the Most High is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahushai, and the Lord's holy chosen people are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, as we're the ones who suffer under the curses in the book of Deuteronomy. My name is Akalio, and this video is a prophecy update regarding the plague and pestilences. Alright, so, coming at you with another update regarding this avian influenza, also known as the bird flu. And this narrative continues to build. They've been building up this narrative since last year, and with each day that passes by, they're continuing to build it. And who's the day that I'm referring to? The Edomites, the so-called white people. They rule this world today, and their ruling class, the wicked elite, are currently in the works of pushing forward their NWO, their order with a new world. So they're going to be bringing all kinds of calamities and destruction and chaos to usher in their NWO. And their motto is order out of chaos. And as you can see right now with the world, you have all kinds of things going on around the world. All kinds of things, and many things that are affecting people's lives. And then you have also many distractions that are out there to keep people just in a consistently confused kind of state, right? And so many things are being focused on all around the world. And so it's very important to always be rooted in Bible prophecy. Always remember the prophecies when observing what is going on, right? Always think about the prophecies to come, because, at the forefront of their NWO agenda is that microchip, which is the mark of the beast. And they're pushing forward with it. Those systems are still being built day in, day out, and everything. And so we have this current going situation with the bird flu, and they also have this other situation called the quademic. And here we have the update. Now, before I get into the update on these things happening worldwide, let's remember the prophecies. So in 2 Ezra chapter 15, it says in verse 1, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord." So anything that the prophets say, it is the will and power of Yahweh Shemishai, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. So they will come to pass. Fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee, right? Because our people are going to not believe, and they will come against us. That's already happening, and it will get worse, because a part of Bible prophecy is that the prophets will face persecution. As our Lord Yahushai faced persecution, so shall we. The servant is not greater than the master. So we know we'll be going through that. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. So they will have their reward for being unfaithful and turning their backs at Yahweh Shemishai. "Behold, saith the Lord, I bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction." So these things are coming. This is a part of Bible prophecy. The plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. "For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled." So the world is wicked because the rulers are wicked, right? The wicked are ruling, which are the Edomites. Yahweh Shemishai says that they are the board of wickedness. And as you can see, look at the world as it is, man. Everything that has to do with the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shemishai, they do the opposite of. That goes to show you that they're the wicked. And they're ruling. That's clear to see. They're the ones in the position of power. It is their way of life that dominates this earth. Okay? So the judgments are at hand and they're swiftly coming as we're at the end of days. The Lord tells us to measure the time diligently. And when you measure the time diligently and you look at what's going on all around the world, you can clearly see that we are approaching the end of the rulership of the Edomites, which means that our kingdom is coming soon, which means that Yahushua is coming soon. And so at the end of the rulership of the Edomites, we're going to be seeing these end game prophecies, the Mark of the Beast prophecy, the World War III prophecy, the judgments of Jacob's trouble, which will be coming, right? Which includes all of these judgments, the plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. And in Matthew chapter 24, it lets us know that we're heading into the beginning of sorrows based off of the things that we see, such as the wars and rumors of wars, that nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be earthquakes and pestilences and famine and all these kinds of things. And then Yahushua let us know these are the beginning of sorrows, right? Because this devil is really going to be bringing chaos to the world to usher in his new world, you see? So yeah, man. And also we must remember that Esau Edom, so-called white man, is Yahweh Bashim Yeshai's sword upon us as a nation. So our people that don't believe will have to face those judgments, man. That's just how it is written. And that ultimate plague, which will be by way of the missiles that thermonuclear fire upon America, which is Mr. Babylon the Great, 2/3 of our people in America will have to face that judgment. So everything is at hand, man. And these pestilences are part of the judgments to come, as it was in ancient Egypt. Yahweh Shemishai brought the plagues to Egypt before our deliverance from ancient Egypt. And out of this current captivity, this current day Egypt, America is known as spiritually Sodom and Egypt. Yahweh Shemishai will be bringing these plagues once again before our salvation out of this captivity. And they're at hand. And the devil is pushing these narratives for these pestilences that are building up. So this quademic thing that I mentioned, quademic spreading throughout Mississippi. What is the quademic and is it coming for you? Quademic fills Mississippi urgent care offices, tracking the quademic, and these are all 1 day, 20 hours ago, 2 days, 1 day. Louisiana healthcare systems being strained by quademic patients. So remember the narratives that occurred during that 2020 worldwide situation. It's the same thing that's happening here. CDC says Mississippi is one of 35 states with quademic risks. One of 35 states, which means that 35 states, if I'm interpreting it correctly, is at risk, right? So once again, they're focusing on Mississippi and Louisiana. Let's go to the next page. More Mississippi, etc. Is U.S. preparing for a quademic? I was an infectious disease nurse. I've never seen a crisis like the quademic. That's just 5 days ago. So they're already like even saying like they've never seen a crisis like it. But you see, with so many things that are currently going on in the world, people aren't necessarily really focused on this narrative. So eventually Esau Edom is really going to be pushing it out. But you know, the thing is, they're laying down all of the groundwork right now to bring it out the same way how they did in the 2020 worldwide situation. You know, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, right? And it's clear to see what's going on here. Let's see. And by the way, this quademic thing is like a series of what? Four diseases that are all building up and are all infected multiple people. And so instead of just being one, like what they were selling in 2020, it's a plethora of them. It's 4 of them all at the same time, with that 2020 situation one being a part of it, by the way. Advice issued as pandemic of winter bugs continue to take hold in Greater Manchester. And Greater Manchester is what, the UK, I believe? I believe it's the UK that it's talking about. Okay. And yes, it has been mentioned that it is over there in the UK. And let's not forget China. China had a big announcement regarding this pandemic situation. And, you know, to my recollection, it is still going on. Let's see anything else. They were talking about the mask mandates coming back. All right, so then the rest of it is from 3 weeks, one, etc. So this narrative continues to build. And going back to this one right here, and the other narrative being built regarding this bird flu. And you know, chances are when they really start to push it, just like in 2020, that situation, that all of these videos are probably going to get struck down, man. Because, you know, in the 2020s, during that time, if you even mention the name, if you just even said the name, and that's why I still even go around it, if you mention the name, your video will just get struck down immediately, and then you get a strike on your channel. So, you know, when that time comes, you know, we'll see. But, you know, everything is for, you know, as it says in the scriptures, that we are watchmen. So I'm a watchman of Yahweh Shemishai. I'm going to continuously update the hopeful elect out there as to what is going on, right? So here it is, all up in the news top stories. As bird flu affects more people and animals, CDC urges faster testing. 1 hour ago, Howard to be about bird flu. 20 hours ago, bird flu outbreak is really challenging to stop. Michigan State University dean says. CDC tests confirm another case from California 21 hours ago. Are we heading for a bird flu P? They weigh in. Bird flu transmissions from animals to people is very worrisome, you see? Very worrisome. Because people, they're saying that people are being affected, right? Then you have others here. So apparently it has 1 hour ago, it has killed a Lincoln Park zoo flamingo and animals. So this one is affecting the animals all around us, according to them, and it's affecting the people as well. And they also said that they found it in raw pet foods, which means that they're saying that they found it in a form of the food supplies. And that food supply is something like raw pet food starts from where? A factory, from the manufacturers. So they're saying that this thing can basically contaminate anybody and anything. And then one of the ramifications of the situation going on is that egg prices are starting to soar, etc. It's very scarce. Local grocery store feels impact of bird flu. These are all recent, man. Right? From the CDC itself, it says the bird flu is causing outbreaks in wild birds and poultry, other animals, and sporadic human cases. Okay, going to the news, and it says all of the same things, man. 2 minutes ago. Is that 2 minutes? 2 minutes ago, yep. As bird flu affects more people and animals, CDC urges faster testing. A lot of the same stuff that I read before on the previous page. And it's all this going on. Look at it. 1 day ago, 20 hours ago. What's this one? Kent County Health Department encourages prevention measures. Prevention measures. You remember what the prevention measures were in the 2020 worldwide situation, right? Social distancing, mask mandates, and what else? Lockdowns. Yeah, the lockdowns. I believe the lockdowns are coming. I mean, it's the same playbook that they used the previous time. So I believe these lockdowns are coming, and they're building up this narrative. So it's only a matter of time. Illinois, etc., red flags among health officials from the Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School. 3 hours ago, dangerous mutations. Same narrative as before. The mutating, the mutations, all that kind of stuff. We're very privy to the devil's playbook. And when I say the devil, I'm talking about Esau Edom, the so-called white man. Bird flu flares up again in Michigan poultry, etc., etc., etc. Okay, so I hit the point thoroughly that they're bringing it, man. And, we really are in just those times. We're in the time where, the days, as the scriptures say, we're in perilous times. The scriptures say that to redeem the time because the days are evil. So it's very important to remain circumspect and to continuously observe what is going on around us. Very important. And to keep up with the news. I understand that there are many distractions out there, and we all, play a little video game there, play a little sport there, go to the gym here and there, stuff in, to keep us occupied as well. But let's attempt to remain observing and watching continuously, especially given the times that we're in. I mean, we're very close to the end of Esau's rulership. And the scriptures say that he'll be coming with great wrath because he knows that he hath but a short time. But yeah, man, the pestilences are coming. Ezekiel chapter 7 and verse 15, the sword is without, and the pestilence and the famine within. He that is in the field shall die with the sword, and he that is in the city, famine and pestilence shall devour him. Right? The beginning of sorrows, Jacob's trouble. And let's remember that salvation is only for the nation of Israel. So when I'm saying repent and turn towards Yahweh Shemishai, I'm talking to the nation of Israel, our people, man, as only our people can be saved. We don't care about the heathen. The heathen don't matter. Salvation is not for them. It's only for us. We're the Lord's holy chosen people. We were given the promise. It's only for us. And so salvation is only for us. And Yahushua is specifically coming for the elect of the nation of Israel in this time. But these judgments are coming, man. And the chaos is coming. The chaos is coming. And then we go to 2 Ezra chapter 16 and verse 17 to give or to provide a perspective as to what will be happening in these last days. 2 Ezra chapter 16 and verse 17. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? This is the prophet Ezra's. The only way that we will be saved is by way of Yahweh Shemishai, the mercies of Yahweh Shemishai. There's no other way. There's nothing that you can do physically. There's no kind of contingency measures that you can do, like how you have the preppers out there talking about, oh, do this, do that. Because they watch and they can see as well that something is brewing. But none of that will help. And I'm not saying that like when times get rough that you just sit and, you don't go and to the grocery store and get food and supplies that you need and stuff like that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that ultimately, it is all by way of Yahweh Shemishai when we are in Jacob's trouble, when the famine is here, when the mark of the beast, which is the microchip, has been launched, and you don't have no access to anything. It is all by the mercies of Yahweh Shemishai that we will be saved out of it. And many of us will be, because the elect are going to be saved. The beginning of sorrows and great mourning is the beginning of famine and great death. The beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come, right? The beginning of sorrows and great mourning is the beginning of famine and great death. So, we know back in 2020 how that really was. Don't need to say any much more on that. But what's coming in this end game of Esau's kingdom is that Yahweh Shemishai is going to be ravaging the world with pestilence. And there's going to be mass death. As it says, great death. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. You see? So these things are coming, man. The judgments of Yahweh Shemishai. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges, talking to our people that don't believe. They'll still be going through all of these things, and then you know what they're going to do? The majority, they're going to turn and they're going to take that microchip because they don't have no faith in Yahweh Shemisha, and they're going to see that the only way out of their destitute situation is to listen to Esau Edom and to take that microchip, and it's going to lead to their destruction. As it says in Revelation chapter 14, verse 9 to 10. Because this is where the world is heading towards, where many people are going to just be in a state where like hopelessness, but the elect will have faith and be brought through the tribulation. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the others that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. For the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. Right? So this is the state of being that the world is going to come to very soon. So visualize. You know, these words that are here are the words. But, you know, when the situation is happening all around us, one can only imagine how devastating it's going to be, because it is going to be the worst time that us as a nation, the Israelites, will be facing, the worst time yet. So, with that, all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shemishai by Shemukal Kodesh. Shalom.